Tonight, I would like to give the Dhamma talk, Kaya Nupassana Nawa Tivatika Papa. Kaya Nupassana, observing the body, Nawa Tivatika, Nawa means 9, Tivatika, so ground channel, right? Observing the body as the 9th ground channel.
Pada malam hari ini, Yang Mulia Sayadaw mau memberikan ceramah Dhamma tentang Kaya Nupassana Nawatiwika, yaitu mengamati tubuh sebagai 9 bagian.
Unasa Brahmbekawe Bhikkhu Siyatapi Pattiya Taridan Divati Kaya Saridan Ekamahanwa Duya Ekaha Madanwa Duya Madanwa Diya Madanwa Odu Madagam Winilagam Vibhavaka Sadam So Imamiwa Kaya Upadharati Yambiko Kayo Ewan Dhammo Ewan Bhavi Ewan Nadi Dodi Idi Idadamwa Kaya Kanuvati Virati Ewan Mikobeku Ebeku Kaya Kanuvati Virati. And the Buddha said, again bhikkhus, as that though he were to see a corpse thrown aside in Chanagram. Chanagram means the cemetery, right? In the past, so there is no burning machine, right, for the dead body, right? So when someone die, they carry and they throw there in the cemetery, right? They don't bury it, they don't burn it, right? So about 2,500 years ago, right? Nowadays are different, right? Nowadays we don't usually see those kind of dead body, right? But in the past, right? So the corpse, the dead body, thrown into the cemetery in the ground, right? Then 1, 2, 3 days dead, the blood dead, lipid and uzi matter. So brother, one day, right, the dead body swelling, right, changing, right? 2 days, then the body change, right, into the blood or into the very smelly color, right? Even the many things came out from the body, right? So when you see this kind of the dead body, then the Buddha said, bhikkhus, compare the same body with its death, right? So compare the same body with its death. This body too is of the same nature. It will be like that. It is not there, exempt from that fate. So means that when you see the dead body, you have to think about, we are the same nature of the body, right? Your body, my body, other body, we are the same nature, right? We eat the food, and when we are alive, and when we die, the same nature, right? So when you put it in the ground, finally, the body starts changing, right? So many things changing, right? So the Buddha said, when you see, you have to think about, don't run away, right? Because there are many people, when they have to see the movie, when they have to see the TV, internet, Facebook, right? Beautiful flowers, beautiful house, beautiful cars, or they would like to see. Right? This is the nature of the people. Right? When they see the dead body, mostly people don't want to see it. Right? They run away. Actually, when you see the dead body, when you know how to observe, or you can reduce a lot of lova, dosa, or actually he or she, right? He or she very rich, millionaire, billionaire, very famous movie star, very famous singer, right? Very famous professor, right? Very famous scientist, very famous monk, right? Very famous politicians. Or actually when they died, their body is the same nature, right? When they die, no one wants to keep it, right? No one wants to keep it, right? So that's why in the Buddha time, right, one of the bhikkhu, so he had, right, the Sirima, the lady named Sirima was so beautiful, right, extremely beautiful. He had, Sirima is the so beautiful lady, and one day he would like to see, at that time actually, Sirima is already very sick, right? But Sirima also very devoted Buddhist. He offered the food to the bhikkhu, right? So the bhikkhu went to the Sirima house to see Sirima how she looked like. At the time actually she was very sick. But even though she was very sick, the bhikkhu thought, oh, so beautiful, right? He cannot. So after he came back, he cannot eat, he cannot sleep. He is so attached to the Sirima. But, so, a few days later, the Sirima, the lady was passing away, right? Then, the man reported to the Buddha about this monk, crazy. He is very crazy about the Sirima, cannot eat, cannot sleep, right? Then the Buddha invited the monk to the Sirima, the dead body, right? After the dead body, even though Sirima is so beautiful, right? Then the Buddha asked, who want to get, right? Who want to get the Sirima body if you pay about 100, right? 100. So no one want to pay. How about 50? No one want to pay, right? Then they don't want to pay any money to take Sirima body. Then the Buddha said, okay, free ticket, freely take it. Even the freely take it, Sirima, no one want to take it, right? So, even the man has realized, right? So, when we see the dead body, right? So, even the beautiful, famous, educated, right? Very millionaire, billionaire, no one want to take care, right? So that's why when we see the dead body, even though we do not see the body like at the Buddha time, but at the least, right? We have to go to see, or the person already died, he or she died, right? Or when they die, they cannot take anything. Actually dying, so they cannot carry anything into the next life, just dying, right? So when they died, even though you put them in the fire, cannot complain. You put them into the water, they cannot complain. You give this body to the animals, and this body cannot be complained, right? So that's why the Buddha said, right? When you see those kind of the dead body, bhikkhu compare this same body with it. That's the body to it of the same nature, right? Same nature, it will be like that, my body will be like that, right? Evam, in Pali saying, right? Evam Dhammo, Evam Bhavi, Evam Nadido. Evam Dhammo means that there, everyone will be like the same nature, right? Evam Bhavi have been there, same day. Evam Nadido, no one can escape, no one can overcome, right? So in this way, finally, you see the Dhamma, right? You see the Dhamma. Then internally, externally, we see the Dhamma. Then we grow our mindfulness, our inside knowledge, then finally, even that you are attached to your body so much, you attach to your parents so much, you attach to the dog, cat, house. Finally, we are not attached to anything in this world. We will be free from all kind of the attachment.
Sekali lagi Buddha menyatakan kepada para biku ketika menemui jenazah di pemakaman, yang dibuang di pemakaman, haruslah diamati. Zaman itu belum ada cara perabuan. Ketika seseorang meninggal dunia, maka ia akan dibawa dan diletakkan di daerah pemakaman. Tidak dimakamkan, juga tidak diperabukan. Itu kira-kira 2500 tahun yang lalu. Saat ini sulit bagi kita untuk melihat jenazah seperti itu. Pada zaman dahulu, jenazah itu dibuang, diletakkan begitu saja di tanah pekuburan. Setelah 1 hari, 2 hari atau 3 hari, semuanya akan berubah. Pada 1 hari pertama membengkak, kemudian di hari kedua keluar, terjadi pendarahan yang menimbulkan bau busuk, kemudian banyak yang keluar dari tubuhnya, dari dalam tubuh jenazah tadi. Ketika Anda melihat jenazah seperti itu, para biku, Anda semua haruslah membandingkan bahwa jenazah itu, tubuh itu adalah sama juga dengan tubuh ini. Mereka memiliki sifat-sifat yang sama. Ketika Anda melihat jenazah, Anda harus merenungkan bahwa sesungguhnya tubuh itu adalah dari sifat yang sama. Tubuh saya, tubuh Anda, atau tubuh mereka. Ketika hidup sama-sama memakan makanan. Ketika telah meninggal, sama-sama diletakkan di tanah pekuburan. Kemudian setelah itu sama-sama berubah. Buddha menyatakan ketika Anda melihat hal seperti itu, haruslah direnungkan. Janganlah menyingkir atau melarikan diri. Orang pada umumnya ketika melihat bioskop, televisi, internet atau yang lainnya, mereka menyukai melihat bunga yang indah, rumah yang indah, mobil yang indah. Mereka mau melihat hal-hal seperti itu. Tetapi ketika ada jenazah, tidak ada yang ingin melihatnya. Ketika kita melihat jenazah, kita harus memahami, kita harus melakukan pengamatan. Kalau kita bisa melakukan pengamatan terhadapnya, maka loba, dosa, dan moha kita akan sangat berkurang. Ia seorang kaya raya, ia seorang jutawan, ia sangat terkenal, ia adalah seorang aktor, penyanyi, profesor yang terkenal, ilmuwan yang terkenal, seorang biku ataupun politisi yang terkenal. Ketika telah meninggal, tidak ada seorang pun yang mau menyimpannya. Pada waktu itu, ada seorang biku yang mendengar tentang kecantikan seorang wanita yang bernama Sirima. Sirima ini sangat cantik sekali. Pada suatu hari, biku itu ingin melihat Sirima. Saat itu, Sirima sudah dalam keadaan sakit. Tetapi sebagai seorang Buddhis yang saleh, ia tetap mempersembahkan dana makan kepada para biku. Ketika biku tadi melihat Sirima, biku itu berpikir bahwa Sirima sangat-sangat cantik. Setelah itu ia tidak bisa makan, tidak bisa tidur karena ia melekat pada kecantikan Sirima. Beberapa hari kemudian Sirima ini meninggal dunia. Ada biku yang menceritakan tentang kasus biku yang mengagumi kecantikan Sirima. Lalu Buddha memanggil biku tadi. Ditanya pada waktu itu setelah Sirima yang cantik ini meninggal, kemudian Buddha menawarkan kepada yang hadir, apakah mau membeli Sirima ini? Misalnya dengan 100, angka 100, 50 untuk membayar dan mendapatkan tubuh Sirima. Tidak ada seorang pun yang mau membayarnya. Kemudian Buddha mengatakan, baik kalau begitu diberikan dengan percuma, dengan gratis. Anda boleh mengambilnya. Tidak ada seorang pun yang mau mengambilnya. Jadi kita lihat di sini, setelah menjadi jenazah, meskipun dia cantik, terkenal, kaya, tidak ada seorang pun yang mau menyimpannya. Pada saat ini memang kita tidak bisa melihat jenazah seperti di zaman Buddha. Tetapi kita harus tetap merenungkan. Ketika kita meninggal, maka tidak ada apapun yang bisa kita bawa serta. Ketika kita sudah meninggal, hanya akan dimasukkan ke dalam api. Pada waktu itu kita tidak bisa menolak. Ketika dimasukkan ke dalam air pun kita tidak bisa menolak. Ketika diberikan ke hewan untuk dimangsa, kita juga tidak bisa menolak. Karena itu Buddha mengatakan, kita harus membandingkannya dengan tubuh kita sendiri. Mereka itu sifat alamiahnya adalah sama. Tubuh saya ini sebetulnya adalah tepat sama seperti tubuh itu. Setiap orang akan mengalami seperti itu. Tidak ada yang bisa lari. Dengan cara merenungkan seperti itu, kita akan melihat Dhamma secara internal dan secara eksternal. Perhatian murni kita akan berkembang. Dan pengetahuan pandangan terang kita akan berkembang juga. Akhirnya kita tidak akan memiliki kemelekatan terhadap tubuh ini. Kita tidak akan melekat pada orang tua kita ataupun hewan peliharaan kita seperti anjing ataupun kucing. Kita akhirnya bisa bebas dari kemelekatan.
Punasa Brambekawe Beku, Tetabi, Pateya, Tridan, Tiwatikaya, Saridan, Kagei Wakesa Mana, Kulagei Wakesa Mana, Kedei Wakesa Mana, Then Kehi Wakesa Mana, Tunagei Wakesa Mana, Piagei Wakesa Mana, Dibi Wakesa Mana, Sengalei Wakesa Mana, Uidei Wa, Pasana, Sadagehi wa Kesa Mana, Do Ima Mewa Kai Ubadanadi, Yambiko Kayo Ewadam, Ewandamo Ewambawi, Ewanadi Dodi. Idi Ida Dama Kai Kanubadi Weirdi, Ewamiko Beku Beku Kai Kanubadi Weirdi. Again, Bekus, as though he were to see a corpse through a sight in the China ground, right? In the China ground, then the being devoured by the crows, hogs, the virtues, right? Then dogs, tigers, right? Then the wild dogs, right? Jackals. So many kind of the worms, right? Worms that eating, right? This body, right? So in the past, right, when they threw the dead body in the ground, right? After a few days, then many animals came to eat, right? Like the crows, hogs, virtues, dogs, wild dogs, right? So then jackals, tigers, right? Many kind of worms, right? many kind of the worms eating, right? Then the Buddha said, the bhikkhu, compare this is the same body with it. That this body too is of the same nature. It will be like that. It's not there. It's from this fate. It's from this fate means that no one can escape from this kind of situation, right? Everybody will be like that, right? But nowadays, even though you don't see animals are eating the dead body, but so you see the nature that when we die, the people carry this dead body to the cemetery, then burn, right? Burning, right? This is the same nature, right? Our body will be burning, right? No matter how beautiful you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how famous you are, right? No matter how educated you are, how poor you are, how nationality you are, right? So there will be same nature. So when you see, right? When you see this kind of dead body, then also you can reduce. You can reduce our attachment, right? I am the book. One of the Thai theology collect the many kind of dead body, right? Many. I don't know how he collect, right? How he collect those kind of dead body, right? Someone dying on the water, right? Then their body was very swollen, right? Very scary, eye, everything changed, very, very scary, right? The body, or someone dying by the train heat, their body cut into the pieces, right? Then the animal eating, right? Eating this dead body, right? So someone dying by the car accident. So many kind of the dead body theology collect, right? So for first time, when I look at the mind doesn't want to accept. So a little bit agitated, scared, don't want to accept, feel not present, feeling, right? But you have to push your mind. You have to push your mind, right? No, you have to do this is your meditation object. You cannot deny, right? So watch, right? So then finally, you watch. Actually, when you really watch, finally, yes, you can reduce a lot of attachment, right? A lot of attachment, right? Or actually, all beings, right? All beings, including me, including my parents, my brothers, sisters, nephew, niece, relatives, my student, teachers. So everyone will be like this. Everyone will be like this, and then so we can reduce a lot of attachment, right? So then less wasa. I have the idea that our yogi, even though they are practicing meditation, but some people they don't want to accept. And even though they can do practice meditation center, but they don't want to accept, they don't want to look at. But I want to try, right? Instead of giving the Dhamma talk, I ask that every yogi look at. There's a dead body, many kind of dead body. Some yogi crying, very, very scary, very crying. So you are yogi, practice meditation to see those kind of nature and don't cry, observe. Some yogi immediately close this books, crying, right? So something like that. Also when my brother passed away last August, right? So my brother passed away last August. I invited all yogis, right? All yogis in Myanmar, right? We in the countryside we don't have the machine, right? We don't have the machine to burn the body. Actually, in countryside we have to collect firewood, right? So we have to collect the firewood. Actually, when he died, I didn't really see his body, right? Because he died in my parents' house, right? So I didn't go to see him, but I just arranged for his funeral. Then someone prepare the firewood, right? Then we all yogi, so that we stand, right? They're stoning the firewood, right? Then they carry his corpse, right? Then they take out from the coffin, right? Then they put it on the firewood, right? So this is very good to see, right? In this days, right? Because people are very hard to see those kind of burning the body, right? Burning the dead body, right? Then they start burning, right? Because our yogi mostly they already have the experience, many yogi experience, right? So amazingly, our yogi observing the dead body burning. Many yogi until the dead body was there, become the ash. From about 3 p.m. to 5:30, 6:30, about 2 or 3 hours burning the dead body. Right? Many yogi they observe the dead body until finished, until the ash, right? Until the ash. But many of the yogi they observe, right? So they observe. I ask them because nowadays, so yogis, the people are so much attachment, right? Even though they came to practice a meditation center, they are full of attachment, right? Full of attachment. So that's why their meditation sometimes cannot improve. If you have the full of attachment in your body, how can you improve? Your meditation will be same thing, right? Stuck. So the meditation means they will let go, right? Will let go, right? So, in the same way also when my mother also passing away, 2040, right? 2040. My brother passing away 2019. So I also invited all yogis, observe myself. Right? So when I observed, I don't feel sad, I don't feel sad, feel suffering because all in the body the same nature, Everyone will be like this. I cannot escape. If I don't want to die, I have to practice harder to free from the dying, the Nibbana, right? Nibbana means the Nirvana, right? Nirvana, no Tanha. There is no Tanha, there is no more beings, right? So Sati, when you have the Tanha, you have the Sati, you have to have the Bhas, right? Then there is the no Tanha, there will be no more life, there will be no more suffering, right? So if you want to be free from the suffering, instead of the crying, scary, complaining, actually you have to practice harder, right? Buddha time, the Buddha already granted, right? When we practice, finally we can be free from the old age, disease and dying, all kind of suffering, right? So, this is the Buddha teaches, right? Sometimes the yogi just observing rising, falling. But actually when there's something can, they be very scary, right? They be very scary. Actually you should not be scary. You have to observe, right? Observe, finally we can be free from those all kind of attachment suffering.
Para biku ketika mau mengamati jenazah di tanah pekuburan. Pada waktu jenazah sudah berada di tanah pekuburan itu, banyak makhluk yang datang, hewan-hewan yang datang, apakah itu singa, harimau, ataupun burung pemangsa, anjing. Kemudian banyak jenis hewan lainnya yang datang untuk memakan jenazah itu. Pada zaman dahulu, setelah jenazah diletakkan di tanah pekuburan, maka jenazah itu akan dimakan oleh binatang-binatang buas. Demikian juga dari tubuh jenazah itu akan dimakan oleh belatungnya sendiri. Buddha mengatakan bahwa kita ini haruslah membandingkan bahwa tubuh kita sesungguhnya adalah sama saja dengan tubuh itu yang sudah menjadi jenazah. Semua akan menjadi seperti itu. Tidak ada seorang pun yang bisa melarikan diri dari keadaan itu. Zaman sekarang ini, meskipun kita tidak melihat hewan memangsa jenazah, tetapi kita bisa melihat jika seseorang meninggal, kemudian dibakar, diperabukan. Tubuh ini setelah meninggal akan dibakar, meskipun misalnya dia sangat cantik, kaya raya, terkenal, sangat terpelajar, ataupun dia miskin. Semuanya sama saja, setelah meninggal akan dibakar. Ketika Anda melihat jenazah, ini akan bisa mengurangi kemelekatan Anda. Sayadaw menceritakan bahwa salah seorang Sayadaw-ji di Thai itu mempunyai koleksi beberapa jenazah yang meninggal dengan cara yang berbeda. Ada yang meninggal di air, badannya membengkak, kemudian mata dan bagian tubuh yang lainnya semuanya berubah. Ada yang meninggal karena tertabrak kereta api sehingga tubuhnya menjadi berkeping-keping. Kemudian ada yang dimangsa oleh hewan, atau ada yang meninggal karena tertabrak mobil. Semua itu dikumpulkan. Pada waktu pertama kali Sayadaw melihat, Sayadaw seperti tidak mau menerima. Ada rasa takut, juga ada rasa tidak nyaman. Tetapi pada waktu itu haruslah mengerahkan atau mendorong pikiran untuk menerima bahwa itu sesungguhnya hanyalah objek meditasi. Jangan menolak. Akhirnya Anda akan mampu melihatnya. Kalau Anda mampu benar-benar mengamati, maka Anda akan bisa mengurangi kemelekatan Anda. Semua makhluk, termasuk diri saya sendiri, orang tua saya, saudara saya, kerabat saya, murid ataupun guru saya, semuanya akan mengalami seperti itu. Dengan cara melihat seperti itu, kita akan mampu mengurangi kemelekatan kita. Pada masa-masa yang lalu, untuk yogi yang mempraktekkan meditasi, Sayadaw melihat banyak yang tidak bisa menerima atau tidak mau menerima anicca, dukkha, dan anatta ini. Oleh karenanya, Sayadaw mau mencoba cara yang lain. Sayadaw tidak memberikan ceramah dhamma, tetapi Sayadaw mau agar para yogi itu mengamati jenazah. Pada waktu para yogi itu diharuskan untuk melihat, ada yang menangis, ada yang memejamkan mata menutup dengan buku. Pada waktu kakak saya, saudara lelaki Sayadaw meninggal tahun yang lalu, Sayadaw mengajak para yogi yang berpengalaman untuk mengamati proses perabuannya. Di daerah yang jauh dari kota, ketika mau memperabukan, itu masih tetap harus mengumpulkan kayu bakar. Jadi pada waktu sudah meninggal, Sayadaw sesungguhnya tidak melihat saudara laki beliau. Sayadaw hanya mengaturkan untuk perabuannya. Pada waktu itu, semua yogi yang berpengalaman itu berdiri mengelilingi di dekat tempat perabuan, tempat tumpukan kayu bakar tadi. Kemudian orang datang membawa jenazah, lalu mengeluarkan dari dalam peti dan meletakkan di atas tumpukan kayu bakar itu. Ini adalah satu pemandangan yang baik untuk dilihat di zaman sekarang ini. Ketika jenazah itu akan dibakar, lalu mulai dibakar, para yogi yang sudah punya pengalaman ini melakukan pengamatan terhadap jenazah itu sampai kemudian selesai menjadi abu. Ini dari jam 3 siang sampai dengan jam 5 atau jam 6.30 petang. Memerlukan waktu kira-kira 3 jaman. Pada saat itu banyak yogi yang melakukan pengamatan sampai jenazah itu menjadi abu. Mereka melakukan pengamatan yang cermat. Di zaman sekarang ini banyak yang memiliki kemelekatan yang kuat. Meskipun mereka datang bermeditasi, tetapi mereka ini masih dipenuhi oleh kemelekatan yang kuat, sehingga meditasi mereka ini sulit untuk mencapai kemajuan. Kalau memiliki kemelekatan yang kuat, bagaimana meditasinya mau mengalami kemajuan? Pasti akan terhenti. Pada saat kita mempraktekkan meditasi ini, sesungguhnya kita ini haruslah melepas. Ketika Ibu Sayadaw meninggal pada tahun 2014, beliau juga mengajak para yogi yang berpengalaman untuk melakukan pengamatan. Sayadaw mengatakan pada waktu Sayadaw melakukan pengamatan, di sana tidak ada kesedihan ataupun rasa menderita. Karena Sayadaw merenungkan bahwa semuanya itu akan menjadi seperti itu. Tidak ada satupun yang mau meninggal. Tidak ada satupun yang tidak meninggal. Ketika kita praktek meditasi ini, kita ini sesungguhnya mau membebaskan diri dari kematian, yaitu mencapai nibbana. Niwana ini artinya tanpa tanha. Tidak ada, sehingga tidak ada atau tidak terjadi makhluk lagi. Tidak ada tanha, tidak ada penderitaan. Jadi, kalau kita mau bebas dari penderitaan, kita tidak mau mengalami kematian, maka kita harus praktek dengan lebih keras lagi, dengan lebih giat lagi. Ketika kita praktek dengan giat, Buddha menjamin bahwa kita akan bisa terbebas dari usia tua, penyakit maupun kematian. Para yogi kadang-kadang yang mengamati gerakan kembang dan kempis itu juga bisa melihat gambaran-gambaran yang menimbulkan ketakutan. Sesungguhnya itu haruslah diamati sehingga kita bisa terbebas dari kemelekatan, terbebas dari penderitaan.
Unasa barang bhikkhave bhikkhu tera vipattiya tridam Tiwati kaya saridam adhika tingalikam Tamanda loidam naruttambana adhika tingalidam Nimanda loida makhidam Naruttambana adhika tingalidam Apagara manda loida naruttambana adhikani Apagara tamanani dita wirita wakidani inyena Haradika inyena paradika inyena Kupradika inyena Singadika inyena Urondhika inyena Karedika inyena Padukadika Inyena Vedidika inyena Kanedita Inyena Gvedita inyena Hanukadita inyena Dhanakadita inyena Tiyakadahan To imamiwa kaya upatanharadi ayambi Khokayo ewan dhammo ewan bawi ewan nadi dodi Idi idadamwa kaya kanubati wiradi Yamiko bhikkhu bhikkhu kayika nivati virati Punata brahma bhikkhu bhikkhu teta vipattiya tridam tiwati kaya Saridam adhikani tetani Tenkhavana pribhagani Adhikani Bonsakitani Tero vatikani Adhikani puddini Sonaka satani To imamiwa kaya upatanharati Yamiko kayo ewan dhammo ewan bawi ewan nadi dodi iti idadamwa kaye Kanuwati virati Bhedava kaye kanuwati virati Idra bhedava kaye kanuwati virati And the Buddha said, again, bhikkhus, as though he were to see a corpse through the side in the China ground, right? Then, to apply that, scare them to with the flesh and blood head together, right? Scare them to with the flesh and blood head together with the sinews. Then some of the corpse fleshless, no flesh. Scare them, smear with the blood head together with the sinews. Scare them without the flesh and blood head together with the sinews. Disconnect the bones. Scare there in all directions. Here hand boned, here a foot boned, here a shin bone, a thigh bone, hip bone, right? Back bone, only that they have the bone left, right? Rib bone, breast bone, arm bone, shoulder bone, neck bone, jaw, right? So they all only left there, bone, right? Not only that, the others, the Buddha said, a bone, bloodshot, white, the color of the sheer bone, he up more than the 1 year old, right? Bone rotted and scanned into the dust. Finally, even that the bone, after 1 year, bone rotten means that they become the earth, right? Coming into the dust. So after 1 year, 2 years, when you go to find, you cannot find any bone, right? Anything, because the bone finally decay and become the earth, right? So become the dust. Cannot see anyone, right? Slowly, right? So that's why the body, we call the body is the earth element, right? Prithvi element. Earth element means that after we die, our body become the earth, right? Dust. So everything, bone, hair, right? So everything becomes slowly, the fade, and finally decay every day, then become the earth, right? Become the dust, right? So even though we are so proud, so mana, right? Because of the education, because of the money. But when we died, finally after 1 year, 2 years, we cannot find anything, right? We cannot find anything. That's why when we really know the Dhamma, right? So we should not be proud. We should not be so angry. We should not be so greedy, right? So when we really know the Dhamma, finally, then we can understand all life is like this, right? So like this, when we were dying one day, we cannot carry anything. Where we like the others, right? So the dying also, there are many kind of the dying. You see, like some people are dying on the ocean. Some people are dying, right? By car accidents. Some people are dying by killing others, right? Some people are dying by poisonous snake. Some people are dying by earthquake. So many ways of dying, right? So many ways of the dying. So although you can see there are many ways of the dying in the internet, right? So when we see them, don't be scared. Don't run away like a meditation object, right? Observe carefully. When you observe that carefully, and also this way, also supporting your meditation progress, right? Supporting your meditation progress, right? That's why when you go to the funeral, so go to observe, right? Not just go to support family, go to observe, right? So myself, after I know the meditation, I always go to observe, right? In 2005, when I was in the United States, our most venerable Sayadaw, the leader of the Bodhi University, Sayadaw Usilananda, passed away in 2005. So they invited many Burmese monks, many Sayadaw from Myanmar, from all the United States, right? So they had the ceremony right? Ceremony, I was sitting, right? Many Sayadaw, Abra Devi and the ceremony, they left. I only alone, I just stay there. I go there, right? Because before Sayadaw Basen, we stay together at DMC. I was there checking the Sayadaw blood pressure every evening, right? So we stay together about 3 years, right? So eat together the same day, right? We eat the same day. So we eat the same day every day. So every evening I go to check Sayadaw blood pressure, right? But one day when you go to Myanmar, then the Myanmar health minister so check up the Sayadaw had the brain tumor, right? They said the Sayadaw can live only there with 6 months, right? Sayadaw flying back to the United States, right? And then stay in the hospital, then move back to his monastery. I also went there to taking care of the Sayadaw for one night, right? The whole night. Stay there, right? So when the Sayadaw passed away, so I go to the funeral, our Sayadaw left, but I go there, so observe the Sayadaw face, or when we stay together, right? Sayadaw is time, Sayadaw don't know, I observe a few minutes, right? Few minutes. Usually when I go to the funeral, I always observe, after I know the meditation. Before that, I also very scared. After I see the dead body, I cannot eat food properly, I cannot sleep. Even at the night, I see this kind of dead body in the mind, in the eye, so I'm very scared to see the dead body before I do meditation. But after I know the meditation, observing the dead body, although kind of the Dhamma, very peaceful or at the moment, right? Dying like this, we can reduce lobha, dosa, moha, right? So that's why when you go to the funeral, when you see, do not miss the good opportunity, observe the dead body as the Dhamma object, then you can gain a lot of the Dhamma understanding. That's all for today's Dhamma talk.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddha menyatakan lebih lanjut, para biku ketika mengamati atau melihat jenazah yang dibuang di tanah pemakaman, jenazah itu tercapik-capik, tercerai-berai, darah, daging, kemudian juga syaraf-syarafnya. Kadang-kadang sudah tinggal tengkorak tulang belulang tanpa daging. Tulang belulang ini berserakan kemana-mana. Kemudian tulang belulang ini, juga darah dan yang lainnya, setelah misalnya 1 tahun, mereka itu kemudian sudah berubah menjadi tanah, sudah menjadi debu. Setelah 1 tahun berlalu, kita tidak akan bisa menemukan di manakah jenazah itu tadi. Mereka sudah menjadi tanah, menjadi debu. Oleh karenanya, jenazah itu disebut sebagai unsur tanah atau patawi. Ketika seseorang meninggal, maka ia akan menjadi tanah. Tulang belulangnya, rambutnya, semuanya secara perlahan-lahan akan berubah, membusuk dan akhirnya menjadi tanah, menjadi debu. Karena itu janganlah sombong atau di dalam bahasa Pali mana karena pendidikan ataupun uang yang dimiliki. Jika telah meninggal lewat waktu 1 atau 2 tahun, sudah tidak bisa ditemukan apapun lagi. Ketika kita memahami Dhamma, kita janganlah dihinggapi dengan kemarahan dan keserakahan. Kalau kita bisa melihat merenungkan, mengamati pada jenazah, maka kita akan bisa mengurangi kemarahan dan keserakahan ini. Ada seseorang yang meninggal mungkin di lautan karena ditabrak mobil, ataupun dibunuh, ataupun karena bencana gempa. Banyak cara seseorang itu meninggal. Ketika kita melihatnya, kita janganlah dihinggapi rasa takut dan melarikan diri. Tetapi jadikanlah hal itu sebagai objek meditasi Anda. Amati, karena ini akan bisa menjadi pendukung bagi kemajuan meditasi Anda. Ketika Anda pergi ke perkabungan atau pergi untuk pemakaman ataupun perabuan, janganlah hanya pergi untuk mendukung pada keluarga yang berduka, tetapi Anda haruslah melakukan pengamatan. Di tahun 2005, Sayadaw memberikan ceramah Dhamma. Pada waktu di tahun 2005 itu, Sayadaw Silananda meninggal dunia. Banyak sayadaw yang datang ke Amerika Serikat untuk upacara perabuan beliau. Ketika berlangsungnya upacara itu, banyak sayadaw yang meninggalkan tempat perabuan. Tetapi sayadaw pada waktu itu tetap tinggal berada di sana. Sayadaw menceritakan bahwa waktu itu sayadaw berdiam bersama dengan Sayadaw Silananda. Di setiap petang, sayadaw yang memeriksa tekanan darah Sayadaw Silananda. Saat itu sayadaw berdiam selama 3 tahun bersama Sayadaw Silananda. Setiap hari makan bersama, tapi pada satu hari sayadaw kembali ke Myanmar. Pada waktu itu diperiksa dan dinyatakan bahwa sayadaw Sayadaw Silananda hanya bertahan 6 bulan. Kemudian sayadaw terpaksa harus dirawat di rumah sakit. Pada satu hari, di satu malam, sayadaw menemani Sayadaw Silananda di rumah sakit. Ketika Sayadaw Silananda telah tiada, sayadaw pergi ke sana, kemudian sayadaw melakukan pengamatan. Sayadaw melihat ke wajah Sayadaw Silananda untuk beberapa menit. Sayadaw menyatakan bahwa sayadaw selalu melakukan pengamatan. Sayadaw menceritakan sebelum itu jika melihat jenazah, setelah itu sayadaw sulit untuk bisa makan. Juga sayadaw merasakan ada rasa ketakutan. Tetapi setelah sayadaw mempraktekkan meditasi, sayadaw bisa melakukan pengamatan terhadap jenazah. Kemudian sayadaw juga saat mulai beliau bermeditasi bisa melakukan pengamatan, sayadaw merasa lebih damai, bisa mengurangi loba, dosa, dan moha. Jadi ketika Anda semua melihat seperti itu, janganlah menyanyiakan kesempatan. Karena sesungguhnya jenazah itu adalah objek dhamma, objek bagi Anda untuk melakukan pengamatan di dalam untuk mendukung kemajuan meditasi Anda. Sayadaw mengakhiri ceramah beliau sampai di sini. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.